going on, y'all? I'm here. I'm gonna get right to the point. I'm gonna jump into this whole thing where people keep saying Terence Crawford's resume at 147 wasn't no good. He wasn't fighting any good fighters and all this other stuff. But I'm here to get to it, and I'm just gonna break some things down real quick, man. This ain't gonna be long, but check it out, man. We gonna. Well, I don't even really need to check it, but I'm gonna check arrows. But here's the thing with Terence Crawford. Um, he's knocked out everybody at 147. That's a fact. Now his box rec, he's fought 3 fighters that were undefeated, which was Kavalaskis, Jose Benavidez, and I believe Jeff Horn. So those 3, they never had losses, and Jeff Horn just happened to be the one with the WBO belt, right? That's the same guy that beat Pacquiao, Jeff Horn, arguably. I think that thing was kind of like I think Pacquiao kind of pulled it off, but it is what it is. So Errol Spence, on the other hand, he hasn't knocked out all his competition at welterweight. And here's my thing about that. If Errol was fighting such good opponents, how come he couldn't knock out, how come he was running? I don't have an issue with running through dudes early on in their career, because that happens, man. You got to pad up and build a resume. But if he fought all these top-notch dudes, how come Errol himself couldn't get all these knockouts? Why wasn't it Mr. Man down all through 147? Why did he have selective knockdowns? Like, I got knocked down here, next fight be unanimous. Then I got 2 knockouts here, next fight be unanimous. Right? So let's look up Errol Spence, his box rec. Let's go to box rec and pull up Errol Spence Jr. Let me see what his resume is looking like. Like I said, I'm not going through all his 147s because that's where most of his career was. I believe he has a few little fights, like more like 2. I believe he did actually fight at 154. It was a couple of fights, but his majority of his career is at 147. So I don't think I even need to go to box rec for it. I'm just gonna say this, man. He fought half broken face Kell Brook, took his belt. He fought a Sean Porter that already lost to other people already, right? Took his belt. Then he fights guys that really wasn't making no noise in the division. He already had losses, right? So in between all of that, who else has Errol Spence that was really fought that was really quality like that? Oh, Denny Garcia ain't make no real noise either in 147. He was bare minimum. He was mediocre at welterweight, man. Then he beat Lamont Peterson that already lost fights, right? He lost fights. Mikey Garcia, I think Mikey Garcia was one of the only fighters that Errol fought recently since Bud got in the division that didn't have a loss on their record. Most, if not all, of these other dudes, they had losses. But let me go to Errol's box rec anyway and just confirm that. I'm going to type in box rec and I'm going to see exactly how many dudes that, since Bud been in, I think Bud got in the division at 2018. So we're going to move up. We're going to go from 2018 and up. How many of these guys had no losses that Errol Spence has fought? And remember, guys, this is the guy that they say he's been fighting the best competition. And I just explained to y'all how that's bullshit. Because the dudes he's been fighting, even the ones he took belts from, they had losses, right? Now let me confirm that. All right, 2018. Ocampo. Let's go back to Kell Brook. I'm sorry. Let's start at Ocampo. Well, Kell Brook, he had a belt. I mean, he had a loss on his record when he fought Errol. Errol took his belt. Had a half broken face. Because Triple G broke the other half of his face. So he was already damaged goods. Boom. Lamont Peterson, he already had 3 losses before he fought Errol. He wasn't even the top-notch dude. He was a little over the hill himself. Ocampo, that was a guy that had no losses, but he stopped him because he's not really an elite fighter like that. Now, next, keep going. Mikey Garcia, that's the one I just said. He's the only one that was in so-called elite and had no losses on his record from 140. It's the same guy Errol couldn't even knock him out, and he had no losses. Okay, so that's a quality opponent. Then you got Sean Porter, already had 2 losses on his record. He took the belt from Porter. Danny Garcia wasn't really making no noise in the division. He lost to Porter and he lost to Keith Thurman, got his belt taken away from him. Ugas, he had 4 losses before he fought Errol Spence. Just happened to get the belt off Pacquiao, and which was a good win. But Ugas wasn't making no noise either. So technically, man, I'm not even gonna count on Campo, bro. So technically, Errol Spence only fought really one undefeated dude that had a name. Terence Crawford, he fought 3 dudes. Yeah, Mean Machine didn't really have a name. Benavidez was semi-known, and who was the other one again? It was Benavidez. It was Jeff Horn. He wasn't really known like that. So I'll give people that. But he had the belt. Horn had the belt. So in all reality, Errol Spence hasn't beaten any welterweight that had no losses with the belt. Terence Crawford did, and that's Jeff Horn. He had no losses with the belt. So you telling me that you can't, you're not gonna give him credit for that. So you're saying Errol been fighting all this top-notch competition, dudes that had all these losses already on their records. Since these dudes are talking about leftovers, Errol Spence fought nothing but mostly leftovers, man. Right? So all these dudes he fought, I'm telling you right here, they had losses on their record besides Mikey Garcia and Carlos Ocampo. Ugas already had 4 losses. Garcia had 2, Porter had 2, Lamont Peterson had 3, Kell Brook had 1. What you talking about, man? And you be the judge on who had the better resume. I'm tired of hearing that shit. But anyway, it's your boy Rebel Life Boxing. Catch y'all later. Make sure like and subscribe for more raw content. And I'll see y'all in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.